Hello everyone and welcome back to this brand new video. Today, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we have a tier list. We have a tier list of Linux distros. And I'm not gonna show all the Linux distros. I'm gonna show the Linux distros I've used, the ones I like, and the ones I'm personally using right now. So without any further ado, let's jump in. So first of all, we have the standard, we have the, everyone should use, everyone should start. We have Ubuntu, right? Ubuntu is the first one I ever used, and it's the one that is dear to my heart, but it has some problems. Everything has problems. First of all, Linux is free. Linux is free and will always be free and open source. Ubuntu, the only problem is you have a subscription type, you have the free stuff, but if you want to customize more and stuff like that, you gotta pay, and I hate that. I ain't paying shit. What's free is free, right? So you don't have a lot of customization, you do not have a lot of freedom, but it is amazing. If you want to use it, if you want to learn Linux for the first time, if you want to install it and give it to your grandmother or your mother or something like that, if you want to give it to your children, I highly recommend it. It is beginner friendly, right? Easy to use. It is like Google. It is like Windows. Click, drop, double click to install. You have the Play Store, you have the App Store, you have everything. I recommend it, but if you're an advanced, I do not recommend it. So we're gonna put it in A tier. Why A tier? Because as I said, it is amazing. If you want just something that works, use Ubuntu. Right. Second thing on the list, which is similar to Ubuntu, is Linux Mint. Linux Mint, same as Ubuntu. It is beginner friendly. You have the Play Store, you have the App Store. If you want to install the drivers, there are specific driver app. Just go there and install the drivers. Everything just works. It is Windows like, right? It is Windows like, and for that reason I'm gonna give it an S tier. Why? Because you don't have no subscriptions, you have nothing. Install it, log in, and start working, start playing, start gaming, start doing whatever you want. It is amazing. Mwah! Chef's kiss, right? And then we have Zorin OS. Zorin OS, I'm gonna give it a C tier. Why? I do not like it, man. I just don't like it. When you do you remember Markiplier when he had a suspicion? God damn, English is gone. When he had a big suspicion about that company that I forgot its name. That company that has a lot of ads. You know the drill, right? You know the video that I'm talking about. I have the same feeling about Manjaro. Zorin OS. I cannot trust it, man. As I said, it's beginner friendly. It's free. You can use it the same as Windows. You can install apps, everything. It is amazing if you want to use it, but I do not recommend it. It's just suspicious to me, right? Because everything you can install in that, you can just take Ubuntu or take Linux Mint or take Debian and install everything on it. I'm gonna give it a C tier. I don't trust it, man. My personal opinion, right? And then we have Manjaro, I'm gonna give it an A tier. Why? It is like Arch Linux. If you don't want to use Arch Linux, if you're scared of using Arch Linux and install it and building it from scratch, if you're worried that you will break something, use Manjaro. Manjaro is based on Arch, but you can install it easily, right? Just like Windows, click, install, set the password, the username, the admin, stuff like that, and voila, you can use it. I love it. I recommend it. Again, if you're a beginner and you just want to start and you want to experience Linux and you want to install stuff like that, I recommend it, and it is greatly customizable. You can customize everything because it has KDE. It uses the window or the desktop environment KDE. I like it. It's amazing. Mwah, chef's kiss. Moving on. We have Arch Linux. I'm gonna give it an S tier. I use Arch, by the way, right? There's nothing I can say. Arch is an S tier. Why? Because Arch is amazing, right? You can customize every single line of code, right? You can customize everything. It's bare bone, right? When you install it, it's bare bone. It has nothing. You are the one who installs everything, setups everything, creates everything, configures everything. So you know the ins and outs of it. You can use it with KDE. You can use it with GNOME, Hyperland, XFCE, with everything. It is amazing, lightweight, and of course the Arch user repository. S tier, man. I'm a sucker for that shit. I love Arch. I use Arch, by the way. Moving on, we have GNU Linux, also S tier. Why? It's the one I'm using, or the one I used to use before Windows. I'm using Windows right now, just a transitional phase. Garuda Linux, highly customizable. You can change the kernels if you want. It's 100% compatible with IMG. What else? Everything that you can think of exists on Garuda Linux, right? When you first boot, it gives you a window to install all the apps you need, all the data you need, Steam, Discord, Telegram, all the type of stuff. I love it. I love it. I love it. Beginner friendly, kinda beginner friendly, but if you get how to use it, chef's kiss. So last thing, we have Kali Linux. Kali Linux is it's for hacking, right? I'm gonna give it an A tier. Why? Because you can use it for pen testing or hacking, red hat or white hat or whatever you want. But also you can daily drive it. If you learn to daily drive Kali Linux, it is amazing. It is based on Ubuntu, so everything just works and everything just runs perfectly fine. So if you manage to use it, I highly recommend it. So the verdict of this tier list is very simple. Use Manjaro, use Ubuntu to learn the basics of Linux. When you learn the basics of Linux, then you can move to Arch Linux, you can move to Manjaro, you can move to Garuda Linux. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. That was today's video. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you like it. If you did, drop us a like. Please drop us a like, and that really helps us to keep moving forward. And I'll see you in the next one.